welcome fellow book lovers. My name is Inggeris. I am currently studying at SMK Saribas. My school code is YEE2401. On this lovely day, I would be reviewing one of my favorite novels, which is entitled Pictures of Everville, written by Shirley Young. This book contains 10 unique chapters with 110 pages. Although this book is quite thin for secondary school students, however, the language is actually quite challenging with the usage of less common lexics such as invigorating and bewitching. So it is actually a good choice for those students who wanted to improve their language skills. What made me interested to pick up this book among others? First of all, the colorful cover is very eye-catching. I fell in love with the designs at first sight. Secondly, the synopsis at the back of the book attracts me. Basically, this book is about a demon fairy boy who has a heart of gold but is being accused of causing a mysterious illness that spreads across the small town of Everville. Fighting against time and the unknown, will the main protagonist prevail and be able to save the innocents? Last but not least, this book also provided a map of the village on the front pages of this book. It is a strong point that this book has. As you can see, according to the writer, Eldoria Kingdom has a majestic ocean, which is here, and it also has a mountain range, which is here. Interesting, isn't it? Before I proceed to explain the reason for my fondness for this book, I would like to discuss the synopsis. It starts when Honey, the female protagonist, a 5-year-old girl, found Win, a little boy very similar to her age, fainted and molded in the forest. Apparently, he had lost a majority of his memories except for his name. For your information, this is a fantasy and mystery novel, so elements like fairies, demons, witchcrafts, magic, and supernatural occurrences are to be expected. After saving Win, Honey and him became best friends. Fast forward, they were now 16 years old. Win had started working at a potion clinic to earn a living. Out of the blue, a villager fell sick, an incurable disease it seemed, and the people started to blame Win for the misfortune that had been befalling them. They had always assumed that the boy with mystery origin was a demon child. It came with no surprise really. It is natural for those villagers to blame him, an outsider without identity, instead of their own people. Thankfully, Honey and her parents had unwavering trust on Win. Unfortunately, more and more people get sick as the days passed. Now, they were getting desperate. After some digging, they stumbled upon the real culprits. They weren't strong enough to overcome their opponents. However, they received help from a mysterious group of powerful people. I'm not going to spoil it further, so you should read this book yourself to unravel the mysteries. Now, let's talk about how this book becomes my favorite. First and foremost, I admire the female protagonist, Honey, as she is a strong and kind-hearted girl. I love how Honey is always there for Win, becoming his #1 support system, even though she knows some people will give them harsh treatment. She stands up in what she believes in and remains steadfast in her choices. Similarly, if we see injustice in our life, what should we do? We should be like Honey. We should do what's right and necessary. Furthermore, let's talk about Win, a victim of alienation and ridicule, just because he was born different. Even though he is constantly being bullied by the townspeople, he remains kind and thoughtful. He tried his best to better himself and treat people with kindness. He even works hard day and night to cure the townspeople from their illness. I am happy to see how he finally found his true calling at the end of the book. when he has decided to travel abroad in order to change the trajectory of his life. The lesson that we all can learn from Win is that people's negative perception should never define who we truly are. In a nutshell, if you're a fantasy world lover, added with some action scenes and unexpected twist and turn, then this book will be the perfect choice for you. It was a heartwarming and cozy reading experience for me, exactly what I needed after a hectic and stressful day at school. I'm so in love with the fantasy world in it, as it makes me want to live in it. Thus, I would highly recommend this book to everyone because it is suitable for all walks of life, children and adults alike. So, what are you waiting for? Go to your nearest bookstore and grab a copy. That's all for me. Thank you for listening.